Is it safe to take Herbalife tea while you're breastfeeding? So a lot of you have asked me this question. Can I take Herbalife tea while I'm breastfeeding? I'm a mom of 5 months old kid. I'm a mom with like a 1-year-old kid. I'm still breastfeeding. Can I take the Herbalife tea? Okay, so I want to make this special video because I know a lot of you guys have asked me this question many times. And I do have to emphasize that, it is safe, okay, scientifically speaking. And if you ask your doctors or your healthcare providers, most of them will tell you that it is safe to drink tea or drink coffee while you're breastfeeding. However, we really have to be very mindful of how much caffeine we take, right? Because tea does have caffeine, just like coffee, tea does have caffeine as well. However, tea's caffeine is actually a lot less than coffee caffeine, right? But we still have to be aware of how much caffeine we can take in a day and also the timing, right? Like when do you drink the tea, before or after breastfeeding is also very important. Right. So I do want to tell you guys that it is okay to drink Herbalife tea while you're breastfeeding. However, personally, you notice that in a lot of my prenatal or postnatal programs, I eliminate the tea. Well, because personally, I just prefer not to have any caffeine in my diet while I'm breastfeeding or while I'm pregnant, even though it is safe to consume up to 200 milligrams of caffeine in a day. Okay, so if you're pregnant, that's 200 milligrams of caffeine a day from tea or coffee. And if you're breastfeeding, it's also the same kind of like standard that the scientists or the doctors would suggest you to take up to 200 milligrams of caffeine a day. So whether if your caffeine is from the tea or a coffee, this is the limit, right? So you have to remember this. But okay, now here comes the fact, right? Why a lot of doctors actually suggest breastfeeding women, right, postpartum moms to minimize tea or coffee consumption is because when we are actually breastfeeding the babies, right, small traces of caffeine can actually get to our baby. So through the breast milk, right? So we're talking about small traces. So basically, it really depends on your baby, right? Some babies may be okay with tiny bit because it is very, very small amount, right? But it doesn't mean that there's none. So some babies can be very sensitive to caffeine, right? Especially the newborn babies or preterm babies, right? Those babies are actually extremely sensitive to caffeine. So, as moms, we don't want our babies to be like having disrupted sleeps. We don't want our babies to be fussy or irritated, right? Because the caffeine can easily stimulate the babies. So because of that, right, doctors usually suggest us women, like breastfeeding moms especially, to minimize the caffeine intake. And if you do have to drink your tea, right, or coffee, right, it's better to actually have it after you breastfeed, right? Don't drink it right before you breastfeed. So that could easily you could easily pass the caffeine onto your baby, even though it is very, very small traces of caffeine, right? So the timing is very important, right? Try to drink it before you breastfeed, right? And if you want to drink your tea between your feeding, then I know it hasn't been proved, right, that how long is the right gap, but I'll say safely speaking 2 hours, just like the alcohol consumption suggestion, 2 hours before you breastfeed or 2 hours after, right? Breastfeed 2 hours after you consume. So that is my suggestion. So basically, in summary, it is safe, right, to take your Herbalife tea while you're breastfeeding. But also I want you guys to be aware of the caffeine amount in each Herbalife tea, right? So as I have actually mentioned in one of my previous videos, you can go check it out here, where I compare the different Herbalife tea, right? Because each tea product has different, functions and benefits and ingredients, and also each tea has different, caffeine amount. So if we have a look at the most popular two types of teas, the Herbalife Herbal Tea Concentrate and the NRG tea, right? So you can see that the Herbal Tea Concentrate contains 85 milligrams of caffeine per serving. So we're talking about half a teaspoon, that's the suggested serving. Whereas NRG tea, okay, NRG tea has 40 milligrams of caffeine per serving, also per half a teaspoon serving. So you can see that energy tea has a lot less, like half of the caffeine. So if you are, personally, want to be very cautious with your caffeine intake, I highly suggest you to take the energy tea, which is also my favorite because I am caffeine sensitive. So for someone like me, if you're also like me who's already caffeine sensitive, right, then I would actually highly recommend that you cut out caffeine altogether. So during breastfeeding and also during my pregnancy, I basically just don't drink tea at all, right? I just cut it out. But some of you might be questioning, like, okay, if you cut out tea, then how do I get my energy boost, or how do I get my metabolism boost? Okay, that's a very good question. The thing is, you can still have good abundance, energy. You can still have abundant energy from the food that you eat, from having the right balanced nutrition and having all the right vitamins in your body, right? So when we're depleted with certain vitamins and certain nutrients, that is when we get fatigue all the time. So I want you guys to remember this, right? We don't want to rely on having stimulants such as caffeine to give us the energy. We want to rely on vitamins, right? I love saying this. I stole it from a nutritionist, right? So basically we want to look at how nutritiously abundant is our food, and also do we get enough nutrition boost from also our shakes, right? The multivitamins and also our F1 shakes, which are abundant in nutrients and vitamins, right? So we want to be sure that we have already got a really good nutrition base, right? So we don't need to rely on stimulants, we don't need to rely on caffeine to get that energy boost, right? So this is actually very important. I know for breastfeeding moms or pregnant women, we do need to have that energy boost, right? So definitely you have to talk to your doctors. Okay, remember this, right? Everything here in this video is based on my own personal experience and also my coaching experience, and also based on many women who have consumed Herbalife products, right? But if you do have certain health conditions or any certain health concerns, do talk to your healthcare provider first, okay? Yeah, so just remember, in Herbalife we have different teas that you can actually select from and make the right choice based on your body needs. Okay, so I hope this video answers everybody's question, right? And if you're on any particular Herbalife plan, whatever your package is, right, it's actually important for you to talk to your Herbalife coach, and also for you to understand, and also for you and your coach to understand what your body needs at this stage of your life, right? So whether if you're breastfeeding right now, or if you've already been a mom for over a year or 2 years, our body needs are actually different, right? It doesn't matter how long you've been postpartum, right? Or how long you've been breastfeeding, your body needs always change, right? So this is why I highly suggest everyone to really work with a coach, really work with a Herbalife coach, and come up with that right nutrition package and that right nutrition plan for what your body needs, and also what your current health goal is. Right. So speaking of, body needs for postpartum moms, I'm so happy to announce that I am launching this new amazing pilot program for moms only. Finally, we're doing something for moms. It's called Mama Glow. I would love to help every mom glow and nourish and feel happy, sexy, and confident in their body, right? So whether if you're a mom to be, or if you're a new mom, or if you're a mom, a seasoned mom, a mom that's been around, that's been a mom for a while, right? You're all welcome to come and join this pilot program that is designed for you mamas only, right? So we're doing a very special offer right now. So if you enroll now, between now and before May 1st, you will actually get a very big chunk. You will get a 40% discount on the official launch price, right? So you will see all the details from the link below. You can click on the link in the description and find out how to sign up with us. And we're gonna be doing live coaching together. Okay, it's gonna be fun. A group of mamas working together to achieve your body confidence, your post baby body confidence, or whatever that you're feeling and experiencing right now, this is the opportunity for you to be in a group with only moms, where we can actually work on our lifestyle, work on our nutrition, work on our mindset, right? And also work on regaining our confidence for our body post baby. Okay, we all know that our bodies are very different after giving birth, right? And maybe some of you are mom with multiple kids, right? So this is a great opportunity for us to really come together and really kind of like work on ourselves and give ourselves that self-care time. All right, so I'm very excited to meet a lot of you mamas in the group, right? And we're gonna get started on May 1st together, and it's gonna be fun and you're gonna love it. And I want you to be one of the founding members inside the Mama Glow group. All right, so if you guys have any more questions, you can reach out to me personally on my Instagram or Facebook at Authentic Energy. And of course, if you have any more questions or any comments you have, write them in a comment below. And lastly, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm here every Wednesday and Saturday. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Thank you.